Hey guys, how's it going? Jason Station here. Welcome back to the channel for the first video of the new expansion. Today we are trying out the ORNN champion in a Targon Freljord shell with faded units as well as ORNN's Forge. So the deck is pretty cool actually, conceptually. So ORNN is this card that equips itself with an exact copy of an ally's equipment and forges twice on attack and has this really cool like sort of finisher kind of style of champion when he does level up when an ally has struck for 10 plus damage, and he basically becomes like Zed 2.0 that summons a Spirit of the Ram, which is an overwhelm card or overwhelm unit with however much attack ORNN has. And the concept of this deck is to create a weapon using cards like the Wandering Shepherd or the Combat Cook, and then just continuously buff up that singular weapon using the Forge mechanic off of ORNN's Forge. ORNN's Forge creates this time and dedication, which slowly grows your weapon turn after turn. And you have faded units such as Wounded White Flame, plus Saga Seeker, plus Pantheon, so that if you forge a weapon that's equipped onto one of these faded units, not only does the weapon gain +1/+1, but the faded also goes off to give the ally +1/+1 as well. So essentially, you just get a double dip on your buffs and eventually build up to a big weapon with ORNN, because especially if you hit like the Scout, the Rake on ORNN, you know, you just get a level ORNN on the attack, and then you get to attack again with a big ephemeral overwhelm unit. As a sort of support, we have cards like Camphor that also fits this game plan pretty good, just because I have Spell Shield and Overwhelm built into it already. You can attach things like Quick Attack or like Scout, and then suddenly you can just grow this really big, and often not, it's just a game-ending threat by itself. Other than that, we just have some pretty good Freljord cards, Three Sisters, Troll Chant, especially with the faded cards, things like that, and a Hush, and some other just general spells to round things off. It's really interesting kind of build and kind of take on ORNN, because I think it just makes a lot of sense having faded plus this sort of forge as well. The only issue with the downside of this deck is just its general lack of interaction. You don't have any strike spells, you don't have anything besides maybe or Camphor as like a challenger. There's no challenger weapons, and there's not really very good challengers in these regions either. So it makes it a little bit difficult in terms of interaction, have meaningful ways of interacting with your opponent, and rather just playing for stats, which to be fair, a lot of decks right now are simply playing just for stats on board. And you can use that to your advantage the best you can. So overall, this deck's not the greatest. I will say ORNN is a little bit underwhelming as far as it goes, because you just don't have many ways of protecting ORNN if an opponent has like a Vengeance or a Crumble, things like that. Or even like an Aloof Traveler, is just getting rid of your top end is very brutal. And I think there's very few matchups that ORNN realistically has like a very big impact on a game finisher. Now, granted that if ORNN comes down uncontested, he's likely going to win you the game, but it's a little bit rare in between. Otherwise, you know, you're just playing like this mid-range deck for stats, but you're just a little bit lacking on interaction, which this region color combination definitely has trouble in the past. So I wouldn't give this like, I wouldn't like rate this deck super highly, but it's a cool way of utilizing some of the newer champions and the newer packages, because I think it is a cool depth in concept, but I think it just falls a little bit short in terms of what this deck needs to be doing. So hopefully ORNN will find a better spot. But from a week one perspective, it's a cool kind of deck to try out. I think the concept is cool. So try it out for yourselves. The list will be down below in the descriptions. And I hope you guys enjoy the games. So peace out, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'll catch you guys next time. What is this? We can't even touch Maokai. And he's gonna Vengeance my ORNN. I'm gonna keep Camphor because that's legitimately the only way I can even deal with Maokai. Alright. We can get it in with this mountain goat safely and it survives. That's pretty big, because then we gotta consistently just like, I don't think he's gonna trade. His deck doesn't make this trade. We can flip Cam 4 on our turn 6 attack. Fantastic draw, actually. I like to do this before I do this, just so I can every time, man. Holy. I want to like forge the weapon up. I want to make a big weapon. I don't think he can kill this right now. Yep. We got a free trade here. Oh. Why didn't you just hate spike this? That's so confusing. Well, like, why not just kill this turn, eh? That was a little bit strange. Unless he has like second hate spike. He doesn't make that play if he has it, yeah? That was bizarre. Like, he could have killed my dragon. I totally forgot these decks are just running hate spike. Okay, yeah, and he just didn't hate spike again. That's so weird. So there's undergrowth, there is hate spike. Then you'd be a little bit cognizant about making these like semi-risky plays, I guess. But having Camp 4 here is phenomenal. Don't care. I'm actually kind of wishing I transfer the Scout onto the Cam 4. Oh. Oh, and the ORNN. Alright, what I think I should have done it. Well, I guess I didn't need to do it now. We still have the Cam 4 here, and then you can give it Scout later, and then we have ORNN. Like, this upcycled rake with the Cam 4 shenanigans is so stupid. Stupid good, that is. You can kill Ski Syrup here, like, we just don't care about Norra. Like, this isn't the kind of deck that's gonna beat you down. It's the kind of deck that's gonna, like, mill you with Maokai, something like that. Now it's like getting Scout on Cam 4 is huge. Getting a Vengeance down means that less sort of resource deal with ORNN. But I think this deck is on mini morph as well as Vengeance. Gonna be slightly annoying. Oh, I actually got 2. Okay, bet. Oh my god, they're so good too. That's kind of obnoxious, man. Still don't think I care about this damage though. Huh. Are you telling me you have like Vile Vengeance? Then we have ORNN, he's like forced to make a choice, yeah? Like he can't deal with this now, and then just ORNN, and then just like kind of fork him. Okay. Not a bad spot to be in. Yep. This is great. So he maybe has Vengeance or Mini Morph, whatever it may be. We kind of just gotta like clown on him here, and giving him like a fork. Because ORNN, this is a 4-3. Jesus Christ. Yeah, ORNN's gonna be pretty fat here. ORNN's gonna be the fattest boy ever. Nor levels, but like, then it dies. Oh my god, a loop. Whew! Dodged. And a Pantheon, wow. I mean, it's just ORNN here. Esmus. Okay, I mean, he has no more portals. Even if Norra levels, it's he's either dying this turn or he's losing Maokai and Norra, and then we just stabilize on board. That's kind of big. Now he could have Ruination, but then we just have Pantheon, right? Like we're just like limiting on him on what he can do. Be a problem if Maokai does flip here. The game's probably over by the time I get milled, but it's definitely unfortunate if it happened. Like, which one do you kill here? Probably the cam for you. Just save your Maokai. You're also giving up Norra? Why'd you give up Norra here? Yeah, again, that sucks. We gotta see the elusive ORNN level up. And honestly, if he doesn't have an answer ORNN, we just also just win. Oh no, our Panth. No, fuck me. Oh, losing Pantheon's so brutal. Fuck me, man. Okay, but like, come on, man. Okay, you know what? As long as he doesn't have an answer on ORNN, we're fine. And honestly, like this scout weapon's so big that if it gets recycled, we can just put on a white flame and just like completely annihilate his board anyways. Maokai flips, yeah. But like without Norra, his portal strategy is like kind of useless. Unless we like mill ourselves, it's not the worst either. We lose all our champions, so I can't shuffle ORNN spell per se. It's unfortunate. Probably an awkward spot to be in. But like we just need one more attack with ORNN and we win. And he might be out of vengeances, hopefully. And mini morphs. Or we draw like a camp or just something with overwhelm that doesn't have a weapon. Like we're never dying on board. Oh my god. I'm actually just like freaking cooming. Sorry for the explicit language. That's like that's actually just the one card that actually mattered. I guess shares these would be pretty funny too. Okay, we've seen a sandbag this, yeah. We'll probably just like get started on second weapon here. We'll just like put the scout weapon here and start forging it. Oh. That's 5 puff calves. Oh, thank god, it's only 18. Woo, I got a heart attack there. Jesus Christ. Okay, so as long as we don't draw 18 puff caps, we just win, no? As long as we don't draw 18 puff cap. As long as we just don't draw 18 puff caps. Am I right, guys? We just don't draw 18 puff caps. No way, there's actually just no way. There's no way. Okay. You got it, king. Let's make it as big as possible, I guess. Hey, we did something cool. Our opponent also did something cool, to be fair. Like that deck is like really funny. Like you just go 6 wide and then you just dump 18 shrooms into your opponent's deck. I thought he was gonna dump 30 shrooms, so I just totally forgot what the card did. Thank God it wasn't 30 fucking shrooms. First off into Kindred Nasus. A little bit tough. There's not really any sort of interaction. It's not even like the challenger card. Seal and Steel, which can sort of mitigate that. So the Time and Dedication is the 1-mana Forge card. Obviously the strongest card in our deck is probably the ORNN's Forge, and then we just need some like Fated unit to take advantage of that fact. Hush is honestly not the worst, but I don't know if it's something I can keep. Like my Hush like an Undying if they try to glimpse on stack. There's some decent outcome there. Go to attack on odds or evens. Zoe. Draw one of Zoe like a good player would. And probably just go Zoe into Mountain Goat. Ooh, curious. I guess now they can like set up hate spikes and things like that. It's definitely really hard to get Zoe above like hate spike range. Okay, so as far as catch goes, the only improvised cards you really have are things like, hold on, I was expecting that. We gotta attack with the goat. So the only things that like we get the improvise, we have Wandering Shepherd, Combat Cook, in order for catch to really get any value out of. Obviously, you could catch with like you catch with like just as a +1/+1 boost. I think that's a little bit weaker. Shield Vault's definitely an interesting sort of inclusion in this kind of deck. There's the Undying. I would like to like slowly get my Fated going. It's unfortunate I didn't draw any Fated unit. This 4/3 is honestly not the worst. I've already used this on like a card like this just to bring it above like the hate spike kind of range. Whereas like, you know, if you gem a Fated unit, you already get the health boost. So it's like a little bit less impactful in relative terms. I was considering just like getting a free gem there, but I don't want to put this in the hate spike range if I need to. We have a decent attack here. I just like didn't draw any of our units this game. It's kind of unfortunate. See what we can make do of it. Because at this point they just like sort of like play Kindred and just don't really have interaction for it, unfortunately. Yep. Didn't draw any Fated units, we didn't draw ORNN's Forge. We didn't draw any of our champions, really. Sure, buddy. Maybe we can, like, bait the Kindred and attack and we can, like, hush it. That's, like, not a bad idea, just trading off. But if we don't have any units, we're also kind of just, like, screwed here. Attack with Kindred? Attack with Kindred? We could trade here, just, like, mitigate Kindred. It's not the worst. Like, this Slay just means that Kindred can't get a mark this game. Or this turn. They can, like, hate spike if they want, so I guess to, like, guarantee a mark. And this lets me play Saga Seeker and start trying to farm some stacks, I guess. Okay. The issue with this, of course, is that this isn't really winning us the game. We just don't have any interaction. What I guess is, like, a pretty bad matchup as far as I'm concerned. They Crumbway of Bastion, which is nice, because this is probably a unit I just need to protect if I don't have any units, to be honest. Like, so much of the meta is just stat based, and then there's like this deck, Kindred Nasus, that really punishes these stat based decks that just don't have interaction. Speaking of interaction, though, Camphor can most likely go after Kindred. He definitely stack like Vile plus like Crumble, for example. That would really suck. So I just want to see if they tap under a certain mana point or if they just like try to proc Kindred. Looks like they don't. Get Fear of the North if we need to. I just like want to see what they're gonna do. I kind of need to get them to mana first, or even try to go after the Kindred. Okay. The issue with this is that like now they're just gonna proc and I really can't do much about it. Kindred levels, then the Camphor has to trade. That's gonna put me really far behind. Okay. Well, we knew this was happening. And this is good if they don't have like a... Oh god, now the Camphor... Oh god. I might have to hush the Kindred then if they like have a sack. Okay, thank god, because at that specific moment in time there was a small opening for us to get royally screwed over with. Get rid of Kindred. Interesting. Nothing we can do about that. We need to save the Three Sisters for his Nasus. Didn't draw any champions. Pantheon is flipped, but we don't have Pantheon. That sucked. A lot of pain his stats. Quick attack with Camphor is pretty funny. Okay. It looks like he's quite low on actual spells, which is good. So unless he draws like a, say like a Spirit Leech or something, we're actually pretty good at running him out of Valley. We always have Hush for Nasus potentially. And we always have like Frieza as well. Like this is looking okay. This onto here is like pretty nasty. Oh, interesting. Just Hush you then, huh? Because we've seen one Nasus out here, we've seen a Nasus with the spell. So unlikely he has like third Nasus. We're just like not actually that afraid right now. I really do think he's very low on interaction. Like I Fury of the North here is probably safe. Because I think he's just like throwing away interaction without having much of a backup plan. Like, I just don't think he has answers to, like, kind of come back from here. I'm just going to try to look to get Overwhelm here. Like, he might have Crumble, which would suck. But he threw away a Vile Feast this turn. Like, he used, like, a Vile Feast like 2 turns ago. The Siphoning Strike, you know? And as long as we don't just, like, drop under this Atrocity range, we should be okay. Unfortunately, didn't draw a champion this whole time though. Maybe we hit like a Pantheon who can at least like proc its Fated. We're also coming close to like having this just level ORNN. They got some like decent draws here. I'm guessing you're really looking for like the Overwhelm kind of things from the Improvise. It's like without Overwhelm, this deck's honestly just not doing too much, especially with how little interaction there actually is. Yeah, he's basically run dry of like actual resources. This last card might even be like another Kindred. It's clear to me he doesn't really have like a sack spell. I do dislike that Cam4 is the lowest. I might have needed a shield vault just to make sure Cam4 isn't the weakest unit here. But I just don't think he has any interaction. Yeah. Speaking of Ornn. Okay, so what happens in Ornn? So Ornn equips himself with a 3-1, going to a 7-5. He forges twice, and then I can shield vault. Like if I shield vault Ornn here, it's gonna get to the 10 that I need. Oh. Okay, I really felt like I didn't do anything in that game. That was like kind of a weird game. Our opponent just like sort of played very loosely with their sort of like interaction, or at least their sack cards. Like they could have easily like Val feasted their own unit, for example. But they just like sort of got greedy, especially in like faded cards when they really didn't have an answer to like up it. I think that was more of just opponent not playing the deck as well as they could have. Prodigy on Mono Viego. If I'm being quite honest, this matchup probably just sucks. We found Ornn's Forge, Saga Seeker into Wandering Shepherd into Ornn's Forge. Like that's a legit curve. I'm gonna bank this man, I guess. I didn't need to. Good draw. Like going tall on these kind of decks is just so pointless because they just like play they just like play Fish of Whack is insane. They just play like Vengeance and stuff like that. But if you can like build up a lasting weapon that doesn't get exposed to like quicksand or something like that, that's pretty big. Like if this dies and then we get a big weapon, we can put on Cam4 and go after Viego as well. Like this kind of engine's really good. Okay. Okay. I'll probably just troll chant this just to be 100% safe. Yeah. I might just troll chant this just to trade. Like also letting that die, just like play it on Cam4 was also consideration. I don't know if that was correct. Probably really wrong. That was most likely just superbly wrong. I just played this out last turn. That was really silly. Again, so just don't draw Pantheon, which I just desperately need, but I can't seem to draw. Not like a Viego is just unkillable at this point, right? Too slow. We fear the North this, I guess. See what he does though. Like he might need a vengeance. I want to fear the North this then. I also flash freeze. Is that better? I don't really care if this dies, because the weapon's like the big thing, right? Especially going down to like 6 health. Oh wow, okay. I just want to put this weapon onto here and just have like a big spell shield overwhelm kind of unit. Like we can hush Viego. There's no way he can attack with it. Get started somewhere else. It's quite demanding of him to be able to kill Camphor, right? He needs Spell Shield Popper plus. I hope it's Zoe as well. That's a really cool card because the Viego synergy. That's really cool. And Zoe's gonna get it in? Okay. Yeah, this is fantastic. Like, I want this to die, right? Like, this is vulnerable to everything. And I just want to transfer the weapon over. I don't lose Atrocity if I have Hush. I just need to make sure I don't fall, like, too low. But I also can't let them flip Viego either. That's smart because of the, So as long as I don't go under 5 health, I just don't particularly care. And it's smart from him to try to stick as many units into Viego as he can. I need to not tap under 5 health. Okay. E6. Oh god. 6 plus... 6 plus... Can't go to 5. 6 plus... 6 plus 12. Okay, he's flipping Viego here then. Hush Viego right now. Honestly, not the worst play. Means that Atrocity next turn is gonna kill me. Okay, I can't allow that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play unit, give it the Fisher Whack. Viego takes it. We get Fisher Whack back, and then we put onto our own unit. He's not going to take the Camphor is what I'm getting at here. Out? Pretty good. Maybe we should have gemmed first. Get Zoe to 2 health, just so it doesn't die to like a random hate spike or something. Hey, when did he get Fishwhack? Oh, I see. Yep. So we just do this, put Fishwhack here. So this is the strongest, gets taken by Viego, and then we just put Fishwhack here. And we can set up like a double lethal kind of scenario. We have Hush to stop Atrocity. And then we kind of just fork him, yeah? Where he needs to deal with both my units. And this isn't like quicksandable. Like these aren't quicksandable, yeah? Granted, you can like stop the elusive, but... And then we just do you twice. And then I shall present you with lethal. He needs a quicksand plus a vengeance, and I just don't... I can't play around that, unfortunately. No, don't you dare. Fuck, man. That's depressing. Alright, I just rip Bastion. I can hush Viego here. I rip Bastion and I win the game, yeah? 1-0? Let's go. Yeah. Need to be exact those two cards. That's so brutal. And we're also dead on board here. Man, that's depressing. We had it. We just like, maybe I want a second Bastion in this deck. So close. Okay, we have finally probably our first actual just stat-based matchup. I need to find like Orange Forge or like a PANTH. Okay, 10 is beautiful. This hand is really, really pretty. Like, this matchup is purely about stats on board, and our deck is purely about stats on board. And an Ornn, because like he can't interact with my stuff, and so it just comes down to whoever has like units on board. And if I can have the bigger units, I can just like sail myself to victory. Bruh, they always get it, man. They always get this. It's either this or the scout card. It's so weird. Right. If he doesn't have timelines, like we just automatically win, I think. That's a good draw. We get our Fated proc, we get our trade, and it doesn't like necessarily slow us down either, because we can just go Wandering Shepherd and Orange Forge. Sure, don't care. For something that's just all stats on board, like that was super slow as far as I'm concerned. What's better? Rake with Ornn is like really insane. Shares these as well. That's so insane. We're just like scaling here. We don't need to like put ourselves into like attack if you don't want to. And just like buffing this up, make sure Vi can't kill it. Then making sure we have like a big weapon for Ornn later down the line is like pretty big. Oh, he could play the Obliterate card, huh? For 5 or for 6. If he plays the Obliterate card, I do have Catch or like Bearsies. What do you do? Oh, just a block? Okay, interesting. I mean, that was just 2 mana do somewhat nothing. Because if he attacks, he just puts himself in the same spot. If he wants like tries to go for the Obliterate thing, we do have Pale Cascade or Catch. Like, this is looking pretty decent. I want to be on it. Bye. We can share these a trade with Vi. No, that's crazy. And then we can just put it back onto here. Because right now this is a +3/+2. Yeah. He just has no attack here. Wow, that's crazy. It's actually really crazy. Because we can share these pale. He has no attack here. Oh no, I see his quick attack. Wait. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, that's so cool. I see why he did that. Okay. That's smart. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Wow, that blows. That actually blows. 6-4. Sharesies is a 3-2. No. Oh, that sucks. I forgot the quick attack. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely a really cool line to take. I'm just gonna eat everything now. Ugh, this blows. This really sucks. We can make 2 scout units next turn and then hope like that just smorks him, I guess. I can catch into like, okay. We'll have 2 scout units next turn. We just like try to win board back. Like we'll just catch into Sharesies, catch board Sharesies kind of deal. And just like force out blocks from these guys. Yep. Okay, so not all is lost. Losing the Fated definitely hurts because, well, you know, those are some big boy units. Whip an ally with the rake. And then we forge. Then we forge. Then we share these. And then we just like pressure him with 2 scout units. So he's forced to give up one of his champions here. Oh, Vi's overwhelmed now? Oh my god. He might just be dead. He has another Vi, we just cry as well. I forgot these just trade. I thought these were so much bigger, if I'm being quite honest. No, you fuck. Pantheon? Give me something to compensate here, brother. What the hell is that? Oh my god. This is the worst day ever. Please. Where are my champions? Where are my good cards? This is so depressing. How do we win from here? Realistically. What the hell is that? Odd of pain. Not even allowed to block. I have to take 9 here. Not to mention you could probably just have another Vi and equip with Light of Acacia. Okay, we hush it then. Hush beating. Yeah, we can upcycle Rake and then hush, yeah. Portal Captain. We're not winning. We don't have overwhelm in the scout unit. It's so useless. Oh, we really need that Ornn. Frick, man. This deck just does suck. Why do you go for that and not Light of Acacia? Why do you just go Light of Acacia? I'm so confused. Pantheon off the top. Maybe we should have sacked this just in case we draw a Pantheon and can give it scout. Wait. 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 I mean, you're telling me there's a chance. There's no chance. We're too low. Like they just need to stick like 2 units on board. You can force them to trade down 4 units here. Wait, that can't. Oh no, that can't block. Like we can force them to trade down their entire board and hope that they develop their shield vaults next turn and we just survive. Like they are slightly low on cards. They can definitely have like cards that draw for. Oh my god, my gosh. When we're talking about units, they have to block this unless there's a freeze. No, there's no freeze. Wait, what? Wait, did they just int the game? How do they? Because this is coming in for 15 damage. Do you forget I have scout? Excuse me? Does he have a mystic shot? There's no way he has a mystic shot because he can't plan to get this thing. What do you mean? You should have. Why didn't you just block? Unless you actually have Mystic Shot. There's no shot. Please, please, don't you dare. I swear. So what do you mean? How do you plan this? I don't understand. What? How do you? What? Are you? Alright guys, so that's gonna be it for the games. Hope you guys enjoyed. Just to kind of like look over it, the deck's a little bit inconsistent. Can't really, you don't really have many ways of drawing into your champions at the very end. Unless you have like Pantheon or Ornn in your hand already, you're sort of reliant on just like having a big faded unit and like a big forged weapon, which generally speaking, in a lot of cases, because we can't protect our cards, isn't really good enough to win the game. But I think this deck has potential, but maybe just not in these kind of color combos. So hopefully we'll see something better out of it, but I do quite like the Orange Forge card. The Orange Forge card is strong, but so far this pack is just a little bit underwhelming. So we'll see where it goes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the games, and I'll catch you guys next time. So guys, and take care.